Hey guys, and welcome back to Two Dudes on a Couch. Not plus one dude, not minus another dude, because we got Brandon, and we're playing Pokemon Fire Red. It's a Nuzlocke, it's a randomizer, it's hell.
And it's here.
And it's here, yeah.
So we got this smiling fellow.
And
the
we
last
gotta name
episode.
Her, we gotta name her.
Well, we didn't think about the name at all during the break, so you get to see the creative process as usual.
So one of my friend's favorite Pokemon is, Gengar. So I would like it if we could name it after them. I want to see if their username will fit.
The violent.
So we will do
What was
the
their
second
full
part of it.
name?
We will go Bubbles.
Bubbles. Is that also their username, or did you just abandon referencing your friend?
No, their username is Violent Bubbles.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Bubbles.
Bubbles was placed in box 1. Let's go look at Bubbles. Ooh,
Yeah, let's go look at Bubbles.
And a
The
thing.
green shard. Alright. So, I guess we'll have to maybe replace one of our guys.
Yeah.
Bubbles.
Something I would like to ask you is, have you been watching WandaVision?
I've not seen it.
It's very good.
See, like, alright, this isn't me criticizing the show at all, because I literally know nothing about it. But, like, I have this weird thing where when a show is really popular, like now, for some reason there's like this dumb part of my brain that's like, everyone's watching it, you can't watch it right now.
I get that.
And-
I get that.
And then, like, yeah, and then I'll end up waiting until it's not talked about anymore, and then I'll watch it. And then I'll be like that one guy who's way behind, who's like, it's so good! Like, I did that with The Boys.
I still haven't watched The Boys.
Like, I'll sound like everyone else when I say this, but it is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
by far after watching it, it's my favorite piece of, like, superhero media, I guess.
So, the finale of WandaVision came out yesterday,
Okay.
and it was very spicy. It was very good.
What is it about? Like, give me, like, a non-spoilery synopsis of the plot.
It is about Wanda and Vision's adventures after Endgame.
Oh, so this is a Marvel thing?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Who the fuck is Wanda?
the Scarlet Witch, the one with the red magic.
Oh, no, really?
Yes.
Oh, she was my least favorite. I hated her.
Oh my
She's
God.
so boring.
Well, this makes her very not boring.
Okay. But yeah, me saying that is not at all in reference to the show, because I have no idea what the show is like.
This show gives so much characterization to Wanda and Vision.
Oh, they named it like a ship name?
Kinda?
Yeah, like WandaVision. Like, well, I guess if it was a ship name, it'd be like Vision or like Vonda or something.
No, it'd be Wasion.
Wash.
Okay, hang on. We'll get back to this in a sec, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking we either swap Vaporeon or Cordy, because it's water dark, it's got some decent moves, or we swap My Salad. My Salad is a fighting type, but we don't really have a ton of moves on it. But Cordy replicates one of the types of our starter. So it's a question of, do we want dark type or do we want fighting type?
I think we should get, as much as I love My Salad, Cordy I feel like has come in handy a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like, these past couple fights.
We're
So I
gonna have
think
to
it might-
train up Bubbles though, because Bubbles is low level.
Yeah, well, it'll give us time to talk shit while you just, like, speedily grind. And,
I mean,
well,
we really
not too
need to train
speedily.
up these two before we do anything. We have a bit of grinding to do.
Alright.
So, just a warning to everyone watching, this episode's gonna have a fair amount of grinding.
Yeah, bottle episodes.
So why don't I go do some grinding and we just talk about shit? Why don't you
Yeah,
explain
let's
all your
do a show.
opinions about everything?
Okay.
No pressure.
Okay, I mean, I feel like, I guess going off of the WandaVision thing, like, I feel like I've said my opinion about Marvel on this show, right? Or no?
I think once,
don't know.
maybe.
Okay, if I've said it before, I'll keep it brief. It's just like, I think Marvel's fun. I like the movies. It's just, I'm kind of burnt out on it in general. Because, like, especially recently, watching those movies, at least to me, this isn't shitting on the movies themselves or, like, people who like them. Because if you get enjoyment where I didn't, then that's perfectly fine. Better to you. But I just got kind of bored of it because to me it just felt like the same formula over and over again with like just different superheroes that were more and more less interesting over time, in my opinion.
Understandable.
Like I didn't want to watch Captain Marvel. She looked fucking boring.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah, like what was that I watched? Yeah, I definitely talked about Black Panther.
Yeah. Your disdain for Black Panther.
Yeah, in my disdain for Black Panthers. Ragnarok was funny. Like that one, I got probably the most enjoyment out of recent Marvel movies. Even the Spider-Man movies, which I loved Spider-Man, were like kind of lukewarm for me.
Understandable.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really like the Spider-Man movies just because I'm a huge Spider nerd. But
yeah. Oh, I fucking love Spider-Man, dude. But like, there's just certain aspects of those movies that like, I don't want to say annoyed me, but like, I don't know, it didn't get me as excited for Spider-Man as other Spider-Man media have. Like, the main thing was in the first one with Homecoming, how like, and I get that this is how they kind of had to make it to fit it into like the Marvel Cinematic Universe or whatever, but I didn't like the fact personally that he was kind of babied by Tony Stark.
Yeah. And I mean, that was kind of the
whole
point of the second half of the movie, was that he had to figure shit out on his own.
I guess, but like, I don't know, it felt like, because one of the things I loved about the original Spider-Man movies and even, you know, the games that came out recently, was that for the most part, he's kind of like figuring shit out on his own. He's mostly by himself, but he has like, you know, his girlfriend and like other family members and stuff to give him bits of wisdom and guidance. Oh my god, Pickles! What the fuck? Conrad!
I didn't realize Electrode was a fire type!
That's okay, this is what we've said it before, but we can't speed through this.
Okay, Electrode was a fire type, which I did not expect, which means he was 4 times strong and took us out from close to full.
Jesus. At least you can bring my salad back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck, we need a new ice type.
Yeah, we'll find one.
We better.
Yeah. God. Well, bye Pickles. Now he's actually in the graveyard. Now he's actually in the graveyard, not us just putting him there by accident.
I miss Pickles already.
We'll find another ice type, buddy.
I hope so.
He's out there, he's waiting for you. I completely forgot what you were saying.
You were ranting about Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. I don't know, I just love the fact that he was like kind of figuring shit out on his own, like neighborhood Spider-Man, that type of deal. But like, something about the Avengers plotline of like him becoming an Avenger and like a world hero with Mewtwo.
Yeah, Mewtwo.
Jesus. If only we got that encounter.
Yeah, would've been nice.
Yeah. Please do this somewhat slowly. Conrad.
It's okay. I got this, bro.
It's barely okay. Jesus Christ. Alright, I get that we have to do this quickly, but please just don't speed through. As you are currently doing.
It's okay. It's okay. See, we're already back at the Pokemon Center. No one died again.
Okay. But yeah, just to put a cap on the Spider-Man thing, like that's the only thing that really bothered me. Tom Holland was great, like he was a great actor. The main thing I really liked
I
about
love
the
Tom
new
Holland.
ones, yeah, the thing I liked the most about the new ones was that like he felt more like a kid than the other Spider-Man variations. Like this was an actual teenager who got Spider-Man powers, not like this, basically adult Andrew Garfield or fucking
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire, you know. So that I liked. Oh, it's blocked. That looks
It's not
dumb.
very good.
Yeah, it looks dumb. Let's not use it.
It's it just prevents opponents from escaping.
Whatchamacallit. Yeah, I guess that's why that's why I recommend The Boys to like you or anyone, because like that's one of the reasons I put that show off, because I was like, oh, superhero stuff's kind of boring to me now. Like it's all kind
Yeah.
of the same shit, whatever. But The Boys is like, it's just so good, man. Like it's so different, and I don't know, it's so extremely well done. I could gush about that show forever, but I
I'm
won't.
sure you could, but
Yeah.
Shuckle was the thing that nearly murdered us, right?
Yeah, let's be careful. His dopey exterior hides malicious intent.
I love Shuckle so much.
Yeah, he's dumb. And Mewtwo, welcome back. Please stop speeding through.
It's okay.
Have you
It's
not
okay. We
learned?
got this.
What is wrong with you? God. There he goes.
Alright, so...
Oh boy.
What? So, you're ranting about Spider-Man. What else is on your mind, Bo? What's going on in Brandon Land?
In Brandon Land?
Yeah, in Brandon Land.
Well, this amusement park's kind of boring at the moment. It's mainly just me chilling in my room, like either doing schoolwork or playing video games or watching movies and shows and stuff. That's just been my life for the past couple months.
Understandable.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I did do. You've seen Scott Pilgrim, right?
Yeah, the movie? Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking love that movie in general. But
great.
recently I got the graphic novel series.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I read it through it. Dude, it's so good. Like,
how long is it?
It's 6 books long, but they're not that. Yeah, but they're not like super thick. Like they're.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a short series. Only 6 books.
Yeah, only 6 books. It's so well done. Like, I don't know. Edgar Wright in that movie captured the spirit of it so well, like with the video gamey style and stuff like that.
I still absolutely love the just jumping out the window meme.
Yes, me too.
Oh no, I think he just left.
Yeah. That clip is so good. There's so many good moments in that movie, and so many of the jokes are ripped straight from the books.
That's great.
And in fact, so many of the scenes are like shot for shot what they look like in the book, which I nerded out over after reading it and then watching the movie again. Oh, Shadow Punch.
Yeah, we're gonna add Shadow Punch.
Nice.
Another move
Good job,
on this
Bubbles.
grind and not run out PP.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, the graphic novels, I recommend them to anyone. They're like, the art is great, the humor is just as good if not better than the movie.
Oh,
and
fuck yeah.
And the movie leaves out a bunch of like characters and other shit that happens, obviously, because it's a movie.
It's a movie,
Yeah, you can't include all of that, but there's a decent amount of other things that happen in the book that make it even better.
Yeah.
But this is also not me saying that the movie is shit. The movie is awesome.
The movie is amazing. It's just you have 6 books opposed to an hour and a half.
Yeah, exactly. And like most things, the book is usually better, but it doesn't make the movie bad on it as a standalone film. I don't know. And honestly, they didn't change a lot. Like, I guess one thing I'll say that they did change that was I don't know if I fully liked it or not, was you know, in the movie, I guess, spoiler alert, I guess,
Yeah.
but this isn't really a spoiler, how one of the exes, is the twins who do like the EDM music and have like the dragons that come out as they
Yeah.
play. In the book, they're they're not EDM artists. Instead, they're like robotics experts.
Huh.
So in the book, they're both like robotics experts, and it's funny because like that whole arc of the book is kind of treated like a joke, where they just kind of like show up at parties that Scott's at, and they have like a new robot, and then he just fights it in the background while other characters talk.
Huh.
So like, so it's mainly just like arcs about like Ramona or Knives or like any of the other characters,
Yeah.
but like just fighting a robot in the background, like, and then you know the significant or like the climax with the X doesn't happen until like later on, but
Yeah.
for the most part they're just treated as these almost like gimmicky villains.
That's kind of great.
Yeah, it is kind of great, and the movie even paid homage to it by having them be like techno musicians,
Yeah.
which was cool. So yeah, like for the most part, again, there's not a lot of changes. It's more just things that were left out. Like the stuff with Mega Scott, is definitely changed. Like it was different in the book, and I won't spoil that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, overall, fantastic series, fantastic movie. Watch it. Like Edgar Wright deserves way more praise, even though he gets a lot. He deserves even more.
And you know what? Let's loop this all around a bit. Scott Pilgrim, the movie, has Chris Evans in it. So Captain America, back to Marvel. There you go. That's what we call a circle, kids.
Okay, is this your clue to tell me you want me to stick to Marvel?
No, I'm just bulleting you.
Ah, okay.
Has it really been so long you forgot that I have to be stupid?
Yeah, actually, apparently.
How dare you? Also, I'd like to mention that Bubbles is now 25, 26.
Oh, yeah, he's rising up.
We caught it at 14.
Yeah, no, he's aging quickly. Question: have
Yes.
you ever watched a Charlie Kaufman movie?
You'd have to name the movies. I'm really bad at like directors and shit.
Yeah, no big deal. He's done. Okay, his most popular ones are Synecdoche, New York, Being John Malkovich, what's the other one? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and recently, I'm thinking of Ending Things. Have you seen any of those or no?
The names sound kind of familiar, but I don't think so.
Okay, because I mention him because like he's one of those directors that people mainly like criticize and loud as being extremely intelligent and very like heady, I guess is the best way to put it. Like all of his movies are the kinds where like there's so much shit and deeper meanings and layers that afterward you're like, I gotta think about this for like days now, or like watch this like times. Yeah. I'm referencing that because I guess recently, like a couple months ago, I watched his newest one. I'm thinking of Ending Things, and after finishing it, it's on Netflix. After finishing it, one, I have no idea how to describe it to anyone without spoiling shit. Because, like, the entire movie's like this fever dream. The most basic synopsis of the plot I could give is that it's a girl going with her boyfriend to meet his parents. That's literally all I can say.
Wow.
And like it's just one of those movies where by the time it ends, you're like, what just happened? What does any of this mean? Why did this happen? And I had to like watch like video essays, and I have to watch it again to like fully get it.
Oh my god.
But it's one of
it's a real
movies where
thunker, huh?
it's a real thunker. If you wanted to fuck with someone, say, hey, like, you want to watch like a funny movie, and then just put that on.
Please send me the names of those movies so I can add them to my, because I have a watch list with a group of friends. So I can just be like, hey, let me add this obscure movie that's totally a comedy.
Yeah. It's funny because his movies are very good. Like my favorite movie of all time is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which
Huh.
I love that movie to death. It's probably one of his less obtuse movies, which is and I can understand it more with my small brains.
You small brain.
My small brain. But yeah, is I don't know. He's got a unique style. Like being John Malkovich is a weird one too. Like that movie, the plot of it is literally people at an office find like a Coraline door in the wall, where if you
Oh,
walk,
whack.
if you crawl inside of it, then you get to be inside the mind of John Malkovich for 15 minutes.
Whack.
It's so weird. Like you get to be inside his head for 15 minutes, and then after that, your body just gets like dropped on like the side of the highway, and you get picked up.
Oh,
And they start
fun.
like, yeah, and then they start like selling John Malkovich time to people.
Oh my god, what?
It's so weird.
That's
Like,
funky.
yeah, like his movies are strange. Synecdoche, New York, I'm pretty, from what I remember really liking it. And the plot, from what I remember, was a guy who is making a play about his own life in real time, but as he makes the play, the set becomes even larger and more realistic.
Oh.
And the play catches up with his current state in his real life.
Oh, that's wonky.
Yeah, it's like some meta trippy shit.
Yeah.
Movies are cool, but it's definitely not the kind where you're just like, hey, I want to like chill out on a Friday night after a long day at work, crack open a cold one and watch me some Charlie Kaufman films.
Gasp. Cracking a cold one. Brandon, do you have Du Bois?
The boys. I unfortunately do not have boys to crack cold ones with, nor the legal age or internal fortitude to handle alcohol.
Well, it's okay. You can always crack one open when you get like a year or two older, and I can be the boys that watch you being drunk.
True. Have you drunk alcohol?
No, I don't like
Drank?
the drink. I have had alcohol a couple times before in my house with my parents, like yeah, whatever. But it's just not appealing to me in any way, really.
That's fair.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just meh.
I
Like,
feel
I
the
don't
same
like
way,
how
dude.
it tastes. It doesn't really make me feel a lot unless, like, I've never drunk enough to feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, oh god.
Yeah. Oh, Clunker. No. He is holding on.
Clunker's a king.
Alright, time to heal.
But yeah, I've never really, like, had the urge to drink much or, like, anything like that. Why am I in a
Yeah.
house? But yeah, like, I am definitely the kind of person who prefers watching other people get drunk off their asses and make fun of them to drink myself.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like neither of my parents drank, so I was never really around that.
Yeah.
And yeah, same thing. Like I don't know if I had a sip at one point, or if I've just smelled it, but I never really had any inclination to drink. And plus, seeing people drink, like it's fun to watch people drink, but
It
like,
really is.
but watching people has never made me think, oh, I want to be that.
Yeah.
Like I want to be in that state. Like that's one thing I never got. Like I've watched movies and even people in real life like be drunk, and watching it, I never understood the inclination to see that and be like, yep, like that guy just threw up and like feels horrible the next day. Like I want to do that.
It's wild, man.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know. It's probably one of those things where you don't really get it until you get drunk yourself. But just from an outsider's perspective, it's the weirdest thing to me.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? How about lay weed? Have you ever tried lay weed?
I have not. I have been with people who are doing lay weed, and I've been hotboxed before, but I have never done lay weed.
Wait, so when you got hotboxed, did you get like? I'm gonna sound like such a dork saying this, like secondhand high or something?
It wasn't that bad. Like, I felt a little lightheaded just because I'd never been hotboxed before, but like, yeah, it was, not really. I was just like, wow, this feels like shit.
Gotcha. Oh, wait, you died? What the fuck?
He got one shot, I think.
When did he die? It was so fast. Oh god, wait, we gotta replace him in the bag.
We don't have anyone to replace him with, I don't think.
Oh, we had Slug Boy.
We do have Slug Boy. We do.
Oh, so then... Yeah.
Level 5.
Well, do we not have EXP share or anything like that?
No.
Oh shit. Well, he could be fodder, I guess.
Oh my god. He'll just sit there and look pretty in the back of the party.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, I did weed once.
You did the wheat?
I partook in the devil's lettuce, yes.
Paul.
Oh, Beautifly. Okay.
No, keep talking about weed.
So, I did it with a friend, like, I was very careful. Like, I didn't do it in, like, a party or, like, with people I didn't know. Like, it was one friend, from high school that I know very well. We still talk. And he's pretty experienced with it. So, and he didn't push it on me either. He was just like, hey, like, one time, if you're ever interested, like, hit me up and we can do it together. I was like, okay. And one time, I guess I just got curious and I was like, fuck it, you know, like, it won't kill me, I'll try it once, like, it's just to say I've done it. Like, I always wanted to try it at least once to say I had the experience.
Yeah.
So I hit him up, I was like, hey, let's, you know, I'm down. So, I'm trying to remember how the day went. Like, he came over to my house, and we both went out, he drove.
Yeah.
We went to the beach at a parking lot, and he handed me the pen. We didn't smoke like an actual joint, like it was a vape pen. But yeah, it was weird how that thing works. Like, I'd never actually seen one up close. So he's like, yeah, you gotta twist this thing on the bottom and then wait like 5 seconds or whatever, or like or wait for it to heat up.
I don't know exactly how they work, but I've been with plenty of people using them in my vicinity.
Yeah, like, I've seen people use them, not necessarily very close to me, but, like, I've never held one in my hand and, like, actually looked at, like, the machinations of it. So yeah, I was like, you gotta twist this bottom thing and then wait for it to, like, bubble after, like, I don't know, like 30 seconds or something like that. And he was like, alright, then you hold it like this, and then you put your mouth here, and then you inhale at the same time while holding this button. And then you hold it in your mouth and your lungs for like a few seconds, and then you just kind of like release it. And he was very good with me. He gave me a full preface of like, this is what's in it, and this is what it's likely to do to you, and all this stuff.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, no, he didn't want me to be like surprised at all, and he stayed with me the whole time, because it was his car. So one thing that definitely surprised me was he did mention, like, okay, you're gonna cough. Like, your first time doing this, smoking anything, you're gonna cough, and you're gonna feel very nauseous, and you may even throw up. And so, like, I kind of brushed it off, because, you know, when you watch, like, a Seth Rogen movie, you know, there's, like, the one dude who, like, smokes for the first time, he's like, wow, man, like, whoa, you know, it just, like, a couple little, like, coughs, and he's like, oh, man, that was weird, and then everyone laughs at him. It wasn't like that. Like, way more intense than that. I did it, and it's scary, because it's the kind of coughing where you're trying to constantly catch your breath, but your
Oh,
throat won't let you because it's coughing.
yeah,
So like I try and take like a deep breath, but I'd only get like a quarter, a fifth of the way into the breath before I'd have to cough. So I felt
yeah,
like I couldn't breathe. And that went on for like a good like 5 to 10 minutes or so, but like slowly went away.
yeah,
And whatchamacallit, it was scary. I didn't actually throw up, but I felt like I was going to. Like I was
yeah.
prepared to like fling the door open and just like spew chunks on the beach. Um, but yeah, after the initial horrible part, um, it was it was okay. Apparently, the concentration or whatever that I had like wasn't a lot, so it was
Yeah,
only mildly high. But like, I already laugh at everything like an idiot
you
without.
do. This is true.
Yeah. So I just laughed more. Uh, apparently I was slurring my words a lot more.
Oh, fun.
It's weird because I couldn't hear myself, so I didn't really know.
Yeah,
And this is gonna sound weirdly heady, like, but you know how when you normally talk, you don't always fully know what you're gonna say. You rely on a part of your brain to finish the thought for you.
yeah,
Yeah, so you always jump into a sentence with the idea of like, okay, I know the basis of what I'm gonna say and I'm starting to talk, but I know that my brain will fill in the rest of it, and so I can rely on that, and you're used to that. While on weed, that part of my brain just took a field trip, like it just left.
huh.
So as I was talking, I would do way more run-on sentences and things that didn't make as much sense. Because I would start a sentence with an idea in mind, but that second part of my brain just never filled in the gaps and never continued the thought. So I would just kind of be rambling, trying to find my way to the end of the thought, and it would take twice as long as usual.
Alright, well, very interesting. That's
Yeah.
actually the end of our episode.
Oh shit.
That's our 30
Well, yeah.
minutes. So
Yeah, I
we
guess
can
speaking of
continue
rambling.
this next time.
Alright, we're on the boat.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Next episode, we're going to do way less grinding, way more SSN. Hope you guys enjoy. This series is going great so far. I'm enjoying it. Like, comment, subscribe. What do you guys say, Bryn?
Bye.
Bye,
I hope you
everyone.
enjoy. Bye-bye.